Did you know it takes 5 days to make a single Cadbury Dairy Milk bar? That's a lot of time for one chocolate treat. But why so long? It's all about perfecting that signature dairy milk taste and texture. We'll reveal the surprising steps that make Cadbury chocolate so special. From secret techniques to unexpected ingredients, there's more going on behind the scenes than you might imagine. Get ready for an inside look at the chocolate-making process. After seeing what goes into each bar, you might never look at your favorite Cadbury chocolate the same way again. Let's head to the sunny cocoa farms of Ghana, where every dairy milk bar begins its delicious journey. Picture rows of cocoa trees, their broad leaves shading the hot African sun. Dedicated farmers tend these trees year-round, mastering the art of cocoa growing with patience and skill. When the cocoa pods are ripe, farmers carefully harvest them by hand. Each pod contains 20 to 40 beans, but only the best make it into your chocolate bar. Cadbury has high standards, and selecting top-quality beans is crucial for creating that perfect dairy milk taste. Next comes fermentation, a key step in developing flavor. The beans are piled up and covered with banana leaves. Over the next few days, something amazing happens. Listen closely and you might hear a slight bubbling sound as the beans start to transform. A rich, sweet aroma fills the air, hinting at the complex flavors developing inside. After fermentation, it's time to dry the beans. Farmers spread them out under the hot African sun, turning them regularly. The beans bask in the sunshine for about a week, soaking up warmth and transforming into little nuggets of chocolatey potential. The air is filled with a deep, earthy scent as the beans dry. Now Cadbury's cocoa experts arrive to select the beans. These folks have seriously trained senses. They look at the beans, smell them, touch them, and even listen to them. A perfectly dried cocoa bean makes a specific sound when squeezed. It's like a secret language only cocoa experts understand. The experts search for beans with just the right color, size, and aroma, piecing together clues to find the perfect balance of flavors. This careful selection process ensures that only the best beans go into making your dairy milk bar. Why all this fuss over beans? The quality of cocoa beans directly affects the taste of your chocolate. Those Ghanaian farmers are cultivating flavor, and every bite of a dairy milk bar showcases their hard work and expertise. Cadbury has been working with Ghanaian cocoa farmers for over 100 years, building strong relationships and ensuring a steady supply of top-quality beans. It's about creating a sustainable future for cocoa farming while bringing you the best possible chocolate experience. So next time you unwrap a dairy milk bar, think about its journey. Those little cocoa beans have traveled far and gone through quite a transformation to reach you, all to bring you that creamy, indulgent Cadbury chocolate you love. From the careful nurturing on the farm to the expert selection process, every step has been designed to deliver the ultimate chocolate experience. Now that we've seen cocoa's journey, let's uncover the secret behind dairy milk's signature creaminess. You might think chocolate is all about cocoa, but there's another star ingredient that gives Cadbury its melt-in-your-mouth magic. Get ready to discover the unexpected hero that makes your favorite chocolate bar so irresistible. Cadbury uses a glass and a half of milk in every half-pound bar of dairy milk. This generous amount of milk is key to creating that smooth, creamy texture we all love. But it's not just about quantity. The quality of the milk matters too. Let's take a trip to the dairy farms where Cadbury sources its milk. These are local farms, carefully chosen to ensure the freshest milk possible. It's like a painter selecting the perfect hues for a masterpiece. Every drop counts. By working with nearby farmers, Cadbury gets great milk and supports local communities. Check out the modern machines at these farms. They're not your grandpa's old milking buckets. These high-tech marvels collect milk with gentle precision. Why so gentle? Happy cows make better milk, and better milk makes tastier chocolate. It's all part of Cadbury's commitment to quality from the very first step. Once the milk is collected, there's no time to waste. It's quickly chilled to keep it fresh. Every batch goes through rigorous testing to ensure it meets Cadbury's high standards. Only the best will do for your dairy milk bar. Now here's where things get really interesting. Cadbury has a special trick, a unique condensing process. This concentrates all that creamy goodness into a milk powder packed with flavor. Let's take a closer look at how it works. The fresh milk enters large machines where it's gently heated. As the water evaporates, what's left behind gets thicker and creamier. It's like making the world's best milk reduction, but on a massive scale. Next, this concentrated milk becomes a fine powder. But don't worry, this isn't bland, tasteless stuff. Cadbury's process locks in all the creamy flavor of fresh milk. When this powder meets cocoa later, it creates that signature smooth texture we all love. You might wonder why Cadbury goes to all this trouble. Well, this milk powder is a game changer. It allows them to control the exact consistency and flavor of their chocolate. Plus, it means they can pack even more milky goodness into each bar. This dedication to high-quality milk sourcing and processing sets Cadbury apart from other chocolate makers. While others might cut corners, Cadbury is all about that farm-fresh goodness. It's a difference you can taste in every bite of a dairy milk bar. We've got the milk and cocoa ready, but now it's time for the real magic to happen. Let's peek into those massive mixers where Cadbury's secret recipe comes to life. You won't believe how precise this process needs to be. Check out those huge stainless steel tanks. They're about to become the birthplace of that creamy dairy milk taste we all love. The ingredients are lined up: cocoa liquor for rich flavor, milk powder for creaminess, and sugar to balance it all. Cadbury uses a special blend of sugar cane and sugar beet. The sugar cane gives a slightly fruity aroma, while the sugar beet adds a touch of earthiness. Now, watch closely as the ingredients get measured out. It's like a carefully choreographed dance, with each component added in just the right amount. Even the tiniest change in these ratios could alter the taste of your favorite chocolate bar. That's why Cadbury's expert chocolatiers keep such a close eye on every step. Look at that first mix. It doesn't look anything like smooth chocolate yet. It's more like a rough, grainy paste. But don't worry, that's exactly how it should look at this stage. Now the real work begins. The mixers start to churn, slowly combining all those carefully measured ingredients. As the blending continues, something amazing starts to happen. The rough paste begins to transform. The cocoa liquor melts, coating every particle of sugar and milk powder. It's mesmerizing to watch, like a chocolatey whirlpool. This process goes on for hours, much longer than you might expect. Time is a secret ingredient in great chocolate. All that mixing and heating does more than just combine ingredients. It's melting down any leftover cocoa solids and sugar crystals. This is crucial for creating that smooth, melt-in-your-mouth texture we all love in dairy milk. The longer it mixes, the finer and smoother the chocolate becomes. The blending process is also about reducing the size of those cocoa particles. Smaller particles mean a more consistent flavor in every bite. It's all about creating a homogeneous paste that will eventually become your perfect chocolate bar. Cadbury's unique cocoa blend is the result of years of experimentation. The specific mix of cocoa beans they use is a closely guarded secret, but it's a key factor in giving dairy milk its distinct taste. No other chocolate quite matches it. As the blending continues, the mixture starts to look more like the chocolate we know and love. But it's not quite there yet. The next step involves some heavy-duty equipment. Those massive rollers are about to take our chocolate mixture and refine it even further, squeezing and smoothing the chocolate paste. This process is crucial for developing the rich flavor and creamy texture that makes dairy milk so irresistible. Those massive steel rollers we saw earlier, they're about to work some serious chocolate alchemy. This is where Cadbury's dairy milk gets its signature silky smoothness that we chocolate lovers crave. These giants apply tons of pressure to our chocolate mixture, giving it the world's most intense massage. It's exactly what our chocolate needs to reach perfection. The rollers crush cocoa particles down to an unimaginably small size. We're talking 20 microns, smaller than a grain of pollen. This superfine texture is what gives dairy milk that melt-in-your-mouth feel we all love. But it's not just about making things smooth. The refining process is crucial for both texture and flavor. As the rollers do their thing, they're blending all the ingredients perfectly. This ensures every bite of your dairy milk bar tastes the same, from first nibble to last. Cadbury knows one pass through these monster rollers isn't enough. Their chocolate goes through multiple passes to get that perfect smoothness. It's like ironing a shirt. Sometimes you need to go over it a few times to get all the wrinkles out. Look closer as the chocolate goes through the rollers. See how it's getting shinier? That's the heat from all that friction melting the cocoa butter. This is key to creating that silky texture we're after. This process needs absolute precision. Even a slight change in temperature or pressure could mess up the texture. Imagine biting into a dairy milk bar and finding it grainy or too soft. A chocolate lover's nightmare. This is where Cadbury's expertise shines. They've spent years perfecting this process, finding the perfect balance between texture and flavor. It's about making the chocolate smooth while preserving and enhancing all those delicious flavor compounds. Watch the chocolate transform before our eyes. It started as a rough, gritty mix, and now it's turning into something that looks more like the dairy milk we know and love. The change is pretty incredible. These massive rolling machines turn chunky chocolate into silky smoothness through pressure and precision. They squeeze the chocolate mixture with incredible force, breaking down cocoa particles and sugar crystals. At the same time, they spread cocoa butter and milk solids evenly throughout the mix. This gives dairy milk its consistent texture and flavor. The result? A chocolate paste smoother than smooth. It's velvety, it's silky, it's everything we want our dairy milk to be. When you bite into a bar, this stage ensures it melts perfectly on your tongue. But the journey to chocolate perfection isn't over yet. Next up, we'll see how the conching process takes this silky smooth chocolate and elevates it to a whole new level of deliciousness. Now that we've got our smooth chocolate paste, it's time for the real magic to happen. Let's take a look at the conching process, where Cadbury's master chocolatiers transform this paste into the dairy milk bar we all know and love. The refined chocolate enters large machines called conches. These aren't your average mixers. They're like sculptors, carefully refining our chocolate for days on end. Yes, you heard that right. Days. Cadbury's conching process can last up to 72 hours. That's how long it takes to create that perfect dairy milk taste and texture. Watch as these machines get to work. See how they're constantly stirring and aerating the chocolate? Every turn of those blades is doing something important. The constant motion breaks down cocoa butter crystals, gets rid of unwanted moisture, and intensifies the flavors. It's like watching a chef perfect their signature dish. Every step matters. As the conching goes on, some pretty cool changes start to happen. The chocolate's aroma gets stronger and richer. Its color becomes more vibrant and glossy. And the consistency? It transforms into this silky, velvety mass that's crucial for making the perfect dairy milk bar. Let's take a closer look at what's happening inside that conche. As the chocolate is mixed and heated, it's going through some major changes. The flavors are getting more intense, any bitter or acidic notes are mellowing out, and everything is coming together to create that classic dairy milk taste we know and love. But it's not just about flavor. Conching is key to getting that signature melt-in-your-mouth feel. When you bite into a dairy milk bar, it's this process that ensures it melts perfectly on your tongue. It's also what gives the chocolate its appealing glossy appearance. So not only does it taste great, but it looks great too. As we watch the conching process, it's amazing to think about how much care and attention goes into each bar of dairy milk. Cadbury's chocolatiers are constantly fine-tuning the process, adjusting temperatures and mixing times to get everything just right. It's this level of dedication that sets dairy milk apart. The conching process is where all the ingredients, the cocoa, the milk, the sugar, really get to know each other. They mingle and mix, creating that perfect balance of sweetness, creaminess, and chocolatey goodness that makes dairy milk so irresistible. It's like watching a group of strangers become best friends. By the end of the process, they're in perfect harmony. Conching is both an art and a science. Too little conching, and the chocolate won't have that smooth, melt-in-your-mouth feel we all love. Too much, and you could mess up the flavor profile. It's a delicate balance that Cadbury's master chocolatiers have perfected over years of experience, ensuring every bar of dairy milk is just right. Discover Cadbury Dairy Milk's journey from cocoa bean to creamy chocolate bar. It's not just about delicious treats. Cadbury is committed to ethical production. By 2025, they aim to source all cocoa through their Cocoa Life program, supporting farmers, empowering women, and protecting the environment. Curious to see chocolate making up close? Visit a Cadbury factory and witness the magic firsthand. Next time you unwrap a dairy milk, savor each bite and remember the care, craft, and commitment behind it. It's more than just a treat, it's a sweet testament to Cadbury's century-long dedication to responsible sourcing and making the world a little sweeter. Experience the difference in every mouthful.